If this hoe don't turn down. Hey, what's up, you guys? Let me pull up and park here. What's up? Your girl G here. Welcome back to my channel. Let me turn this off for this gasket to run in. Everything's expensive. Air is expensive at this point. You gotta pay to put goddamn air in your tires. Man, people who grew up back in days know that you can go up to a gas station and pull up and pump your tires for free, okay? Ain't nothing free no more. Anyway, so your girl G here, and I just wanted to come and talk to you guys really fast about a few topics that I didn't get really a chance to dissect or get my 2 cents on when it happens. It was just so much happening back to back, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, that Diddy and Cassie situation kind of put me in a headspace that just wasn't like really good for me, because I've come to learn I'm very much empathic, and people who are empaths know, like, you are very much energetically affected by everybody around you, which is why you got to keep your boundaries and your circle, bitch, booty hole small, okay? Like, clenched, all right? So, yeah, because the energy is like, it affects you. And seeing that Cassie video and just everybody's reaction, and I'm watching all these dudes try to backpedal and pop, like, it just really put me in a weird headspace, and I couldn't. That's all I can say. But now I'm in a better headspace. I can come and chat to you guys about everything. And yeah, we're gonna get into a few topics as well. Talk about Camron, his old Ignant self. Yeah, just a whole bunch of stuff. And so let's go ahead and catch up on it. So first things first, in regards to the whole Diddy situation, we all know that Diddy, you know, did his apologies, and Cassie actually just released a statement, but I'm gonna wait to do another video to get into it so I can actually read her statement off and things like that. But as far as Diddy, I wanted to talk about all the people who wanted to come forward, and Miss Kelly, we talking about 2 Kellys today. The first one is Kelly Price, because Miss Kelly, I want to get into you for a second. You old Bible thumping heifer. Kelly Price reminds you of those women who know that they got a dog dude in their household, but it's always offering the opportunity of, you know, repent and recovery, because, you know, all you got to do is go to God, you know, search for your soul. You know, all you got to do is work, you know, close to God, and that's going to fix things. So Miss Kelly, she, you know, started getting backlash because of her response under, you know, Diddy's stuff, his apology. And basically, long story short, she was giving too much energy on, you can fix this, too much energy on, I know the talent that you are, I've seen you at your best, I've seen you at your worst. It was giving too much. She was looking for him to have an opportunity of, you know, resurgence. He can recover from this. And the unfortunate part is a lot of men do recover from being very, you know, abusive to women. That's why we got the type of pastors in the pulpit that we do now. But nonetheless, when she was explaining what she was talking about, she said she was coming from a standpoint of like, oh, you know, hopefully he'll see me and take heed to it. And it's like, who do you think you are, Kelly? Who do you think you are that you think that you're going to be the person that inspires him to be better, when he's had ample opportunity to try and be better since that situation? Because that was backdated damn near 10 years ago when that stuff happened. Right? But the fact that that happened then and he was still continuing to have those behaviors after means that he's had clear, ample opportunity to get right with God, as y'all like to say. Get right with God, you know. And she tried to be like, oh, lean into your own understanding. You're going to have to do the work, you know. He don't want to do the work, Kelly. A lot of Christians need to understand, like, there are some bad people out here who don't want to do the work. Open and shut. There are monsters out here. There are men out here who do not want to be better. But Christians want to sit here and play this thing of like, oh, you know, just repent and, you know, say a couple of prayers and Hail Marys and all will be good. But all will be good for him. But what about Cassie, who's going to be living with the scars of that every single fucking day? And what really was crazy to me is you felt just impelled to give prayers to Diddy first before Cassie. You felt like Diddy deserved some type of motivation before Cassie did. And it's very like, Kelly comes from that generation where it's like, these dudes honestly can do no wrong, you know. Just when stuff is going on in your marriage, you go and talk to the pastor, and the pastor tells you, you know, all of the Bible verses and which way you're supposed to honor your husband and let him try to get right. But how many times is he supposed to have the opportunity? The apology is change behavior. Diddy did not change his behavior, Kelly. Obviously, have you seen after 10 years? So if he couldn't change his behavior after 10 years, what makes you think that your statement is going to be the one to, ta-da, I'm a new man? Like, how high and mighty of you? Because, oh, he used to call you, there go church girl back in the day, just because they knew you didn't play that back in the day. That man didn't respect you. He don't respect women. So he definitely ain't gonna got an A word you got to say. He don't respect women. Obviously, what you seen, there's no respect for women. So your words are not gonna be the one to inspire him to get right with God, Kelly. Girl, when she did that shit, I really just got pissed off because I'm like, damn, like, your instinct was to go and console Diddy before it was to console Cassie. Just shaking my head. Just really shaking my head. I was disgusted. Ugh. I just can't. Ooh, Kelly, go back in hiding. Girl, we didn't know you was missing. We had to do a welfare check, bitch. Go back. Go back and just Homer Simpson into the bushes, because that was just asinine. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. So another person, Ignant, Camron, he goes on to CNN and acts a just plain donkey ass fool. Now, should we expect a leopard to change their spots? No. But it's crazy not to have certain expectations of grown ass men. Yo, you knocking on 50, you are 50, I'm sure you're 50. You 50 years old, talking about, oh, let me drink this horsepower, I'm about to go get some cheeks after this. You 50 sounding like a damn teenager, talking about, ooh, I'm gonna get some cheeks. But then when he wanted to try and come back and explain everything that happened, from his point of view, he felt like, oh, well, y'all want to come on and be disrespectful or whatever, then I'm gonna be disrespectful back, because he felt like they didn't tell him that they was gonna talk about Diddy. Camron, stop it, because you've been in this industry long enough to know how this goes. Whatever is all in the headlines for the week is typically what they ask their guests about. But I really do feel like genuinely he couldn't get himself to say anything about Diddy, for one, because you all knew that shit was happening behind the scenes. But two, black men have a problem with holding black men accountable, because they have this like structure inside of them. Obviously, we know racism, slavery, all of that, and that only, you know, morphed itself into the legal system. White people use the legal system against us, but that's not going to be the situation every single time. And so now here it is. We got foolproof. All y'all was wanting proof, ready to see it, but then y'all see it, and now it still ain't enough. Still, you can't get yourself, like, they can't utter the words like, oh, he was wrong. Like, you were able to say on y'all's platform, yeah, you know, I think what he did was egregious, but you couldn't say that before Cassie talked about it in her deposition, in that lawsuit, and y'all couldn't get yourselves to talk about it because, like I said in my previous video, y'all be leaning into plausible deniability just simply for the sake of, you know, I know I'm hearing the, you know, the rumblings around, you know, I'm hearing the whispers about how crazy Diddy is, but because I didn't see it with my own two eyes, I can sit there and be like, well, you know, I ain't got nothing to do with it. And then Camron went to do that bullshit talking about, oh, well, you know, when she asked him about, well, you know, the industry, she tried to make it like a broad thing instead of just focusing on Diddy. And the fact that you, Camron, couldn't even try to acknowledge just a broad stroke of how unhealthy the hip hop community is in certain instances, like, it just shows like your internal vibration. Talking about, I'm gonna go get some cheeks after. Let me drink this horsepower, because we know when y'all get to a certain age, them limp noodles, okay, them dicks become limp noodles, all right? You know, they no longer, you know, get to do this. They start swinging around like this. They start looking like this. Can't do nothing with them, okay? Now you gotta drink that horsepower just for it to get right here, and not right here like in your 20s. But yeah, Camron really just disgusted me, because it was just like, then you won't want to pull the, oh, you know, they never want to call us on for something positive. It's about something negative. They wanted to talk to me about some bullshit. When he's like, oh, they wanted to talk to me about some bullshit. So once again, you're only validating what, like, your true subconscious about how you feel about the situation. What Diddy did to Cassie, what Cassie experienced was some bullshit to you. That's really how you feel about it. It's some bullshit to you. Well, I mean, they want to come and talk to me about some bullshit. Was it really? Was it really just BS? Or do you know deep down that you can't talk about shit that you probably did? That's why a lot of these dudes is quiet. Stevie J over there, zip, zero, zilch. Peter Guns, zip, zero, zilch. Like, all of these dudes who had something to say, quiet. And deep down, they know they've probably done something just as egregious to a woman. Let alone with a lot of you dudes, I'm gonna need y'all to stop thinking that y'all the good guys just because you're not laying hands on women. You might not be laying hands, but you definitely are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually abusive. Scrappy. Peter Guns. Which leads me to the next person, Joe Budden. Let's talk about Joe Budden really fast, because he, you know, was another person that kind of course, anytime there is a situation like this, you know, women are going to get re-traumatized. I think a lot of people are kind of feeling like, oh, you know, all these people are coming out and saying something, or all these women, like, you know, those pains, those scars don't go away. Like, I don't know why people, like, it's so hard for people to understand, because men in general, they're just conditioned. If I don't see the cuts, scars, and bruises on you, it's not registering to them that what happened to this woman was damaging. You know, I feel like in their mind, they want women to not be a product of their environments. And y'all are not creating a safe environment for women, but then getting upset that you're getting these type of women. What part are you playing in your own suffering, Negroes? If y'all would do the therapy and go to work, one of the first things you do start to realize is, okay, dang, what part am I playing in my own suffering? And since women are so bad, women are all these things under a patriarchy, because remember, this is y'all system, y'all the leaders, right? So under y'all system of patriarchy, women have become these terrible things. Then what does it say about y'all? Then what does it say about y'all, right? It's always a women's fault, right? But we ain't even in charge, remember? We not in charge. We not the leaders. So if under y'all's leadership, this is what women have become, then it's time for y'all to start looking at, damn, what we doing that this is the byproduct of what we getting, since women are these things. But speaking of, you know, abusive, you know, we're going to talk about Joe Budden, because obviously, you know, a lot of women seeing that probably were like, damn, you know, see, Tahiry basically said, you know, I don't like seeing somebody comment basically on stuff, or it re-traumatized me of what happened with Joe Budden. And Joe Budden decided he was going to clap back, basically saying, you a liar, you keep trying to use me for clout, you know, everybody knows that you just steady using my name. And it's just kind of like, now Joe, we've been talking about this since Love and Hip Hop, right? It's been out there since Love and Hip Hop days that you couldn't keep your hands to yourself. So we're not going to sit here and act like, one, Tahiry is out of line for saying that, and two, that Tahiry is the only one saying that. Because Tahiry is not the only woman making, you know, these comments about you. You have some other exes that spoke to your inability to keep your hands to your motherfucking self. So I think he wants to focus on Tahiry, because, you know, Tahiry, of all the women, kind of have like the biggest name. And honestly, too, he knows if I try to add the other women to the mix, like if I keep replying to all the other women too, shit might backfire. A lot of these dudes know their past ain't. Joe Budden know his past with his crackhead ass self. He know what he was doing while he was on them Percocets and pills and just all that, just craziness. Okay, whatever which way it was in your body, you was out there acting a plum ass, and that included being dangerous to women, being abusive to women. It included all of that, Joe Budden. But here's another crazy thing. You know what's gonna happen? Not gonna happen is the niggas and Melissa. They not gonna get up and go nowhere. Even though deep down they probably know Joe did that shit, they not gonna go nowhere. That's how this works, because I didn't see it, right? We don't got no concrete proof. All we got is hearsay. Hearsay is never enough for men. It's really crazy, because if your sister come up to you, or do you tell your sister, well, shit, I ain't see it, so homeboy hit you? Shit, I ain't see it, big sis or little sis, I ain't see it, so I don't know what you want me to do. And that's another thing too with a lot of these men. It's like, man, I got daughters, my sister, my mama, and it's like, yeah, those seem to always be the people that y'all can, buck up about and feel like you're being protective of. But y'all keep forgetting the women that y'all are in romantic relationships with, conveniently. Because that's where a lot of these problems reside, is how y'all treat women that y'all in romantic relationship with, because y'all don't see them as like completely human. Y'all don't view women as humans until y'all start having daughters. Then all of a sudden now it's like, oh shit, like I gotta now deal with the potential of her getting the wrath from men that I was out here doing to women too. And then the crazy part is, obviously having daughters does not make these men better, because Diddy got all these daughters, and guess what he was still doing? Guess what? He was still slinging Cassie which every way will loose and stomping her with daughters. Imagine being a daughter and having to see that shit. Yo daddy, who was sitting there probably lying, you talk about, oh, they lying on me, they just want some money. But then you see your daddy in full force after he done drugged and probably had sex with Cassie, a freak off. I think that's what they said. That girl was running for her life, and all you motherfuckers who wanted to sit there talking about, oh, why she ain't leave, if every time you tried to leave somewhere you was getting slung and beat up, that's how it works. It's not just a physical thing. More than anything, it is a mental thing. If I beat you down enough mentally, you will not feel worthy enough to leave. You will feel like this is the only thing you got. And I know a lot of people are trying to sit there and act like they don't know that. It just, this whole country just need healing. Men need healing, right? So Joe Budden, I'm not gonna sit here and play this technicality game with you. I'm sure back in days you was laying hands on women, allegedly, but it's just how the system is set up. It really is. And y'all sitting here getting mad that women don't want to interact with y'all, don't want to be in relationships with y'all, when y'all are constantly telling women, we don't give a damn about y'all. Women are finally listening. That's the problem. Y'all are mad that women are finally listening. Y'all told women, oh, be accountable. Don't be out here just letting a whole bunch of niggas hit. Don't be out here just having babies. And now the birth rate down and women is not dealing with y'all. Now all of a sudden is, well, some of y'all gonna have to settle. No, I don't. Why do I have to settle? Why do I have to settle? Because you settling. A lot of these niggas do settle and then get mad that women aren't doing the same thing. But y'all already told women that y'all don't have no expectations for us. Y'all said men are simple. We just need y'all to cook fucking clean. We simple creatures. Just cook and shut up. We just want peace in our household. You want peace, but you over here running that woman ragged, damn dry, beating on her mentally, physically, emotionally, probably cheating on her, bringing back STDs. You know how many women have found out they nigga was cheating because they was burning when they went to go pee, and then they go and get checked up, and the doctor tell them, ma'am, something came up on your test. And you like, wait a minute, I'm married. How the fuck I get chlamydia? How did I get, HPV or whatever? Like, how did I get these things? It's because your niggas out here in these streets. Out here with these women or men. Some of them like that pussy. Some of them like that pussy out there too. It's these niggas out here just be out here no condom, fucking raw, and then telling women, but be our peace. Be the thing that puts the battery in my back so I can go out there and take on the world. But you're beneath me though. That the psychology of that really baffles me. I want to try and do a video on that, of how like you're telling women y'all are beneath us as men, but yet we are the creatures that put the battery in your back to go take on the world. Like that doesn't, to me, logically, as I like to say, logically, that doesn't add up to me. How am I less than you, but I'm the very thing that makes you capable of taking on the world? You don't see any value in that? You do, but you don't. You see the value in it when I got enough energy to boost you up. But then when I need energy to boost myself up, not only have the energy myself to boost myself, but then expect you as a husband to boost me as well, now all of a sudden shit gets sticky with men. So, last topic, y'all. I don't want to make this video too long. Miss Kelly, y'all. Miss Kelly Rowland. Plus, also, I'm doing a little bit of renovating at my house. I'm home, and you know, our family home. You know, she 15 years old, y'all. My parents built this house when I was in junior high, and we on some acres, okay? And the house that we have now, a 3,500 square foot house in Texas, that bitch will go for $5 million in New York. 3 million in LA, like, and we got a pond like behind the house. Like, I'm so grateful, and my mom does everything she can to keep this house in our family. Because when we were going through divorce, you know, like, I have my opinion on men also too, through experiences. Y'all sitting here looking at women, oh, who hurt you? My daddy, bitch. Y'all mad at women for acting like products of their environments. Who hurt you? My daddy. My daddy. That's who hurt me, because when he divorced, he decided, oh, just get rid of the house and the land that y'all made, that y'all got purposely to be able to hand down to your kids. My dad was so easy and well, just like, get rid of it. But my mom was like, okay, but what about the kids? We quite literally, as kids, still come back to this house to this day. When my brother gets back from Dallas, he comes home to here. When my niece and nephew, the grandkids, come to play, they play at this house. But we wouldn't have none of that shit if it was up to my dad during the divorce, because he was ready to just get rid of it. Like, if you already struggling to keep it in the family, don't just, like, y'all, it's like I said, my life is a Tyler Perry movie. Like, niggas out here, y'all create these pods of families, but then when the responsibility gets too much, now all of a sudden y'all flake out and leave them with the responsibility because the shit got too hard. Men, y'all also have y'all don't have to participate in the patriarchy either. People are realizing shit, like, I have a choice to not participate. Women are realizing, I don't have to play this game with you niggas. And guess what, men? Y'all have the option. Y'all don't have to play the game. If you know that you're not capable of handling the responsibility, don't create the shit. Don't do it. But see, y'all want the benefits. Y'all want the benefits that what comes with a leader and having a woman in your life. That's what it is. Which is why y'all sitting here got all these, you know, these people, these women that y'all call placeholders. These women that y'all breadcrumb, these women that y'all literally waste their time, the most expensive fucking thing. That's why women are pissed off, because y'all talk about money when a divorce happens. Women, y'all steal women out of their wombs. Y'all rob women of their wombs. Y'all rob women of years of life, of time. That shit you can't get back. The things that women give to man, you cannot get back. But always the complaint with men is the money. The money. No matter how fucking broke you are, guess what? You're still gonna always have an opportunity to undo that shit. We can't undo having kids with you raggedy ass niggas. We can't undo giving you 8 years of our life because you said, oh yeah, we building a legacy. All the meanwhile, you baby mama number 2, 3, 4, and 5. You know, like, I could go on and rant all day. But last but not least, y'all, let's get to the other Kelly, okay? Calandria. Kelly, I don't know if it was the Cannes Film Festival or whatever, but the video, she was going upstairs, and, you know, they be trying to rush people through, you know, taking pictures and the paparazzi, But the lady, you could tell, was just, she was on one. Like, it wouldn't have killed you to let Kelly take one last little, you know, because the photographers, the flashes be quick, you know, it's you know, she could have stood there for 5 seconds and literally had 10, 15 pictures like that. But this woman was like putting her arm in front of Kelly, then not to mention the bitch done stepped on her dress. So Kelly was like, excuse me, you stepped on my dress. And then she had the nerve to try to back talk. And then so Kelly was Calandria came out and that finger, you know, when a finger gets a pointing. So you, don't you talk to me that way, heifer. And even the white lady was coming up like, oh no, you know, just let Kelly go. Kelly was not finna have it. That's what like a lot of you white women's, you Karens, you know, y'all be forgetting. You know, I think it's because they're so used to, especially specifically black women, you know, knowing that black women have to uphold like a certain, you know, decorum, because we don't want to be viewed as, you know, the angry black woman or the aggressive black woman or the woman with the attitude. You know, we have to typically hold our tongue. Kelly said, not today. Not today. I will not. So you gonna get this work. You don't talk to me that way. Okay? She pulled a, you know, the white women love to poke and act like they ain't did nothing. Like, oh girl, that was in that Congress meeting, when she told, what she said, bleach blonde, bleach blonde, bad built butch body. I said the alliteration, girl, that took us back to English class. Like, and the girl went to me, can we strike that from the thing? No, bitch, because you had something to say about my eyelashes. So let's get this work, okay? So you gonna get this work, sitting here trying to antagonize me. Boy, that shit had me hurt when Whitefish did not know what to do, because she was not expecting that to come back. And that's what they do. They just be poking because they know how black women have to hold their tongue. But then finally, when they get, you know, a little Uno reverse, now all of a sudden it's clutch the pearls. And so Calandria had to come out and let Whitefish know, Heifer, I'm gonna get these pictures done. And you sitting here trying to put your arm in front of me. I would have been so complicated on purpose. You gonna put your arm in front of me? Excuse me, somebody get her. Somebody move her, and I would have stood there and just took my pictures. Bitch, you not finna rush me. Like, I get it, we got something to move, but it would not have hurt 10 extra seconds. But she was being difficult on purpose. She wanted to try to make a point. Because I guarantee she wouldn't have been doing that to all the other white women, rushing them a certain way. I bet she would not. But yeah, you guys, let me go in here. I'm gonna go, like, you know, gonna look at some paint color swatches and some new handles for our guest bathroom in our house and stuff. So maybe I might do like a little short so y'all can see the before and after. You know, we trying to, you know, we're gonna up the vibration for 2024. That's what a lot of people need to do. We need to start, you know, acting better. Started with you niggas. Ugh, y'all just love being at the bottom and then complaining about being at the bottom. Y'all be at the bottom complaining about it, but then don't do the shit to get from the bottom. Black men, y'all literally at the bottom of every single category. The money, the ownership, the business, like every single category, but then get mad that black women are saying, hey, I don't like being at the bottom. Let me work towards something. Then you got that duck ass football player talking to on the day of graduation, telling women, oh, you know, don't be trying to worry about titles as VP and all these CEO titles. The best title for you is homemaker. Nigga, my graduation, I've been here probably 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And you gonna try to throw that shit in my face? Ooh, boy, if they had tomato. Like, I really cannot. You niggas is upset that women are being more than pussy. I thought y'all told women to be more than pussy. And then women are doing it, and now y'all upset? Y'all talk out of both sides of y'all's motherfucking neck. Like, ugh. Anyways, you guys, let me get off here because I'll go into another motherfucking rant. So I might come back, hopefully either later today and talk more about, you know, Cassie, her statement, and just, you know, some other things. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about Kelly Price and her offering her, you know, anointed spirit to Diddy. What you guys think about Camron? Do y'all feel like he knew that he was going to get asked about Diddy questions and then just decided to, you know, backpedal and pussy pop because he didn't want to answer the questions? When it comes to Joe Budden, do y'all feel like Joe Budden did that shit? Do y'all feel like Tahiry had a right to come out and say, you know, how she was triggered and things like that? And yeah, with Kelly, if y'all was Kelly, would y'all have done the same thing? Y'all drop down in the comments, let me know. Follow your girls Instagram and Twitter, and I will catch y'all hoes later. Deuces.